Good day everyone. I'm Raina J. Bangay Siso. As an BS Agriculture student, today I will discussing about my understanding of intellectual revolution. My understanding of intellectual revolution. The term of intellectual revolution is used to refer to Greek speculation about the nature in the period before Socrates. Since intellectual revolution is also termed as pre-Socratic or non-theological or first philosophy, it is the period where paradigm shift occurred. It is where the scientific beliefs that have been widely embraced and accepted by the people were challenged and opposite. This is the fundamental intellectual and humanitarian aims to injury would be to help humanity acquire wisdom. Wisdom being the capacity to realize what is the value in life of oneself and others. Wisdom, this including knowledge and technological know-how, but much else besides. Copernican revolution. This is a major shift of worldwide view from believing that the Earth is the center of the universe to believing the Sun centers solar system, which is proposed by Nicholas Copernicus. There are two competing models of the solar system, the geocentric model and heliocentric model. A famous philosopher and astronomer, Claudius Ptolemy, stated that the planet as well as the sun and the moon move in a circular motion around the earth. He believed that the earth was at the center as a concept known as geocentrism. Geo means earth, centrism means center. Ptolemy's geocentric model was widely accepted by the people and was one of the greatest discoveries of that time. In the 16th century, Nicholas Copernicus, a Polish mathematician and astronomer, challenged the Ptolemaic model. He introduced a new concept known as heliocentrism. Helio means sun and centrism is center, which suggested that the center of the solar system was not the Earth, but actually the Sun. The idea was rejected and first by the public. It was eventually accepted by the people in a period which was called the birth of modern astronomy. Darwin Revolution. The Darwinian Revolution was considered to be one of the most controversial intellectual revolutions of its time. On the origin of species, Darwin introduced the theory of evolution, which postulated that population passed through a process of natural selection in which only the fittest would survive. He stated that organisms have the ability to adapt to their environment and would gradually change into something that would be more competitive to survive, a process known as evolution. Charles Darwin is centrally important in the development of scientific and humanities idea because he first made people aware of their place in the evolutionary process when the most powerful and intelligent form of life discovery how humanity had evolved. The theory of evolution by natural selection was first put forward by Darwin in On the Origin of Species, published in 1850. 1959, and his theory is still generally accepted as the best available explanation of the way life on this planet developed. There are four factors of natural selection: variation, overproduction, survival of the fittest, heritability. First is variation. This is those organisms with heritable traits better suited to the environment will reach maturity and survive. The second is overproduction. This is more organisms are produced that can actually survive. The third is the survival of the fittest. According to Charles Darwin, it is not the strongest of the species that survives, nor the most intelligent, but the one of responsive to change. The last is heritability. It is change in the organism brought by the environment will be inherited by their offspring. Sigmund Freud was an Australian neurologist, founder of psychoanalysis, a clinical method for treating psychopathology through dialogue between patient and psychoanalysis. He is also credited for turning a 20th century intellectual revolution named after him. The Freudian Revolution. The psychoanalysis is the center of Freudian revolution.
The psychoanalysis is a set of theory and the therapeutic techniques related to the study of the unconscious mind, which together form a method of treatment for mental health disorder. He pursued that we are all governed by the pressure principle. Freud described a conflict between the parts of our minds like ID, ego, and superego. The ID wants whatever feels good at the time, with no consideration for the reality of the situation. Freud believed that the ID is based on our pressure principles. The ego operates based on the reality principles, which work to satisfy the ID deserved in a manner that is realistic and social appropriate.
The superego incorporates the value and moral of society which are learned from one's parents and others. The superego's function is to control the ID's impulses, especially those which society forbids.